Is it bullshit? The inadequate pockets in women's clothing is a conspiracy to force them to buy purses. When I studied fashion management briefly in the 1990s, there were articles published in industry magazines about the dip in handbags and what could be done to boost sales. Removing pockets was one of the strategies. Another reason we don't have useful pockets in women's clothing is to keep the lines of the garment. Honestly, most women would rather have pockets than a smooth line. I sold clothing until recently. Lack of pockets and belt loops were the complaints I heard the most often. What annoys me more is clothing with the fake pockets. If you've gone to the effort to design and make the garment to appear that it has a pocket, put in the damn pocket. And I'm talking fake pockets, not the ones sewn shut for security or shape. Not bullshit, not a conspiracy, just greed. As apparently the only fucking woman in this thread, we don't love having pocketless things. If you compliment a woman's dress and it has pockets, the pockets are the first thing she'll tell you about. They're that rare and precious. While sometimes one might prefer the pocketless look, it's outfit dependent. That said, maybe it's bullshit. Maybe it's not. No one's talking. I've seen more and more pockets showing up in vintage/rockabilly style dresses that have a full circle skirt. I personally have at least a dozen dresses with pockets. If you don't put anything too heavy in there, it doesn't mess up the lines cause it all gets lost in the crinolines. Lol. It's because having things in pockets affects the line of a woman's clothing. Others have said it's an issue of form-fitting clothing. But that's not the only issue. Even if an item isn't form-fitting, you can still have unsightly bulges or pills due to things in pockets. Thus it's become standard for women to carry purses. Once it becomes standard, then there's little incentive to include pockets in dresses and fine pants, as there are only downsides to the pockets and women will put things in their purses regardless. I wear men's pants just so I can have pockets. I will never carry a purse. Most of these comments are BS. Cause it never used to be this hard to find clothes with pockets at all, much less ones that are big enough to hold more than a quarter. All this clean lines being more important than pockets BS. Really? This was a preference of the consumer? No way. It's the effing designers that think up this stupid crap like pants without pockets, and jeans that look like they went through a shredder but cost $150. And, oh, let's bring back the god-awful clothing from the 70s. Yeah, we'll put the dumbest shit we can think of on models, and people will actually buy it. Make it in China for $2 and charge $200. Cause people will actually buy it. Sorry, but it pisses me off. Well, of course, they don't want us bothering our silly little heads with pockets. I mean, men's pockets are necessary, so they can carry their wallets and take care of our every little whim. Pardon me, have to vomit now, back later. But other than the lines of clothing, I wouldn't doubt it. My purse is my camera bag. I don't do accessorizing. Wish people would stop with the lines excuse. I don't give a fuck about lines. Give us pockets. Why hasn't a woman stated making jeans with pockets? Wouldn't they be an instant success? I thought it was to keep us under the thumb of the patriarchy by depriving us of property. Or if they have pockets, they aren't deep enough. Maybe it's phone companies knowing I'll smash my phone when I sit and it falls out. Shallow pockets are the worst. They tease. They also disprove the ruins the line of the garment nonsense. The history of pockets is actually a pretty fascinating story. Pockets first started appearing on men's clothes in the late 1600s. In the 1700s, women's dresses started to get pocket-like slits for storage, and then in the 1800s they went out of fashion and women were left once again without pockets. Fashion historian Barbara Berman wrote in Pockets of History, "The secret life of an everyday object, that the frustrations and limitations of women's access to money and ownership of property were neatly mirrored in the restricted scope of their pockets." I don't think so. I don't buy work pants with pockets because they never lay flat. Bullshit, because women buy more purses even if they already have enough purses to completely satisfy their storage space needs. It may be bullshit, but it's bullshit I believe in. Most of the pants I own don't have pockets, just imposters' pockets. Personally, I think the conspiracy is probably correct, but yes, can confirm the women's clothes don't have pockets. There's a good chance that's true on any given article of clothing that might have them, such as jeans or shorts. I think I own maybe 5 pairs of pants and 3 shorts. None of the shorts have front pockets and only 2 of the pants do. One of them is a pair of hand-me-down mom jeans, so does it really count? Bumps toe. Calling it conspiracy is such alarmism. It's true. It is literally the reason why women's clothing doesn't have pockets. To make more money. That's how capitalism works. They'll push as far as we let them get away with. Maybe it is a conspiracy to encourage men to buy women purses by doing away with pocket fabric to make the garment as form-fitting as possible. At this point, I'm not sure if it's the reason why it happens. But it does happen in a way that benefits the industry, so it is plausible. Men need big pockets because it's where they keep all their privilege. I recently altered one of the pockets on my girlfriend's jeans so it was big enough to hold her phone. She was thrilled. I felt like such a hero. Women's clothing in general is kinda shit. Everything is meant to be fashionable rather than practical. And the materials they use aren't very robust. It's that way because that's what sells. Stop buying the impractical clothing and it will change because it will have to. No one is forcing anyone to wear dresses and skirts and super tight jeans and leggings. Oh, for sure. Women seem to complain about the lack of pockets, which is understandable. If clothes with pockets are in such demand, what's stopping a company from making them? Wouldn't they make a killing if women want them so bad? Not trying to be a dick. It's a serious question. This seems like the type of thing where even if it were 100% true, it'd be next to impossible to definitively say not bullshit since it's a conspiracy. I think there is no amount of pockets that would be any good to replace a purse. I have 2 pairs of jeans that actually do have pockets, but they're fucking sewn shut. What cruel god would allow such a thing? I would rather have a smooth line in my garments than bulging pockets. That's why I don't care if my clothes have pockets, and why I'd rather use a handbag. I always figured it was so we would look slimmer, or sexier or something like that. I remember being told as a teen jeans with embellished pockets on the bum make a flat bum look rounder. Female here. Sometimes I'll just not buy a pair of pants because they lack pockets. I hate purses. Slightly related. Women have buttons on the right side because people wearing blouses typically had servants doing them up for them. I don't know, but I just want to stick my damn phone in my pocket. If so many women prefer pockets over none, then why don't we see clothing with pockets sell well? It's not a conspiracy, just a pretty obvious scheme. I don't use pockets because they just make the pocket area chunky and it doesn't look good. I think purses work better. Emo bullshit. Clothing that skimps on pockets are just answering to women wanting to look slimmer. Pockets add bulk, but increasingly, modern designs are incorporating flat, strategically placed pockets into women's clothing. I sew and am a woman. If you have tight pants but you don't see the front pockets shut, the pockets pull open and make weird fabric lumps at your hips. Looks awful. So pretty much, if you want real pockets, buy loose fit pants. Pockets look atrocious on tight pants. Thank you. That's just what I have been thinking. I'm gonna go with bullshit. First, in the UK at least, it's not hard to find women's trousers and jeans with pockets. Pockets in coats are pretty standard, and it's not even that hard to find dresses with pockets if you really want them. So I don't think it's a very effective conspiracy, given that you can just buy clothes with pockets if you want them. True, some of the trendier brands don't have proper pockets, but there's not exactly a gap in the market if you do want them. Second, where the hell is the logic of this conspiracy? There isn't some fashion cabal that forces every designer to not have pockets in order to boost bag sales. Third, would this even work? Women like buying bags. You don't need to trick them into it by removing pockets. I'd wager there's almost no correlation between pocketless clothes and bag sales other than women who prefer clothing without pockets also like buying bags. That is to say, if you went to some boring clothes shop where they sell mom jeans and removed all the pockets, I don't think you'd get a rise in bag sales. Probably just an overall drop in sales unless they looked much better without pockets.